Episode 5 of Foundation has arrived, and it offers a more intimate glimpse into the story. In this episode, we delve into the memoriam, where we get a peek at some memories. However, it's worth noting that we only follow 2/3 of the main characters, as the storyline involving Hober Mallow, Constance, and Polly is temporarily paused due to a significant revelation that connects the group of people introduced at the episode's end to what Gaal foresaw in her vision. Let's recap, dissect, and shed light on all the key takeaways from this episode. So, without further ado, let's delve into the explanation of the ending of Season 2, Episode 5 of Foundation. Let's begin with the pivotal characters, Harry Seldon, Salvor, and Gaal.
Following the events of the previous episode, Harry Seldon now exists in a physical form and is very much alive. Collet's work allowed his consciousness to manifest in a new corporeal form, a phenomenon whose exact mechanics remain a mystery. Considering Collet's own tangible presence in the present day, not a mere holographic projection as initially anticipated, it's likely that a similar technique was applied to Seldon. The episode kicks off with Harry conversing with Reish on the night of his murder. We finally witness the murder itself and the poignant last words exchanged between them. Harry referred to Reish as his son just before his demise. However, upon awakening and believing himself to be back in the physical world, Harry is startled to find Reish present as well. Reish claims to be his son and accuses himself of letting Harry die. This revelation gains profound significance towards the episode's conclusion when Mentalics make their entrance. They unveil their presence on Ignus, the planet where Harry, Salvor, and Gaal crash-landed. Despite earlier reports indicating the absence of life on the planet following the Empire's departure, this is far from the truth. Reish's presence on Ignus was an illusion created by a Mentalic who used their telepathic abilities to project memories from inside Seldon's mind. Ignus is actually inhabited by Mentalics, individuals with telepathic powers that enable them to peer into others' minds. This revelation ties in with the episode's title, The Sighted and the Seen. These Mentalics fled from their home planets to Ignus in an attempt to escape persecution due to their unique abilities. Once on Ignus, they united under the leadership of Para, who goes by the title of the seventh incarnation of the Empress of Light. When Salvor embarked on her journey to explore the planet, our initial belief was that she had encountered Hugo. However, this assumption proved entirely false. Instead, one of the Mentalics skillfully assumed the appearance of Hugo, cunningly seeking to gain her trust with a covert agenda to seize control of the ship. Their formidable powers and abilities were on full display, as they exhibited the capacity to adopt the visage of an individual based on their victims' memories. Their abilities extended further, delving into the recesses of people's minds, even to the extent of inducing a temporary slumber, showcasing the profound strength at their disposal. At the episode's climax, when it seemed as though they were extending a welcoming hand to Seldon, Gaal, and Salvor, we were misled into believing they had allied with our protagonists. However, the final scenes unraveled a disturbing twist, as they extracted the Prime Radiant from their minds, declaring their intent to prevent the creation of the Second Foundation. This development raises the question of whether Seldon had foreseen such a turn of events when he concealed the Prime Radiant. Answers to this enigma may have to wait. Gaal's haunting vision from Episode 2, featuring the ominous presence of the Mule, darkness, destruction, and Salvor's demise, heavily influences her decision-making. The Mule's inquiry about the whereabouts of the Mentalics and the Second Foundation initially led us to believe they were allies of Gaal. However, the episode's conclusion casts doubt on whether Gaal, Harry, and Salvor will succeed in enlisting the Mentalics' support before the Mule's arrival. This line of thought suggests an alternate interpretation. The show is undeniably steering us in unexpected directions, a path I am eagerly willing to explore. The true nature of the Mentalics might not align with their current leadership, but only time will reveal the direction Trenta and the Empire will take. Paranoia grips every corner of this storyline, involving Queen Sareth, Brother Day, and Dusk and Dawn. Whether it's the Blind Angel's assassination attempt on Day, Sareth's relentless investigation into her family's murder, or Dusk and Dawn's fears of memory manipulation, tension abounds. Brother Day's intention to deviate from the Cleonic reign towards a more traditional rule is met with resistance from his two brothers, who sense a diminishing of their power and the respect they believe they deserve. However, relinquishing a portion of one's power naturally invites such challenges. Their visit to the memorial site to scrutinize potential memory tampering involved comparing their records to other Cleon iterations in the database. Surprisingly, all Cleons except the first had roughly 80 entries, while Cleon I possessed around 200. This discovery raises suspicions that they may have selectively erased memories from the subsequent Cleon iterations, a scenario that seems increasingly likely. They likely stored the initial memories in the database for inspiration and to explore their potential as core memories. The concept of someone else having ownership of one's memories makes them highly vulnerable, possibly hinting at a future conflict among the siblings. The appearance of Emperor Algrin in this episode as a traitor could be foreshadowing the direction Brother Day's journey is taking. Queen Sareth's true intentions are beginning to surface. Her marriage to Brother Day never seemed genuine or passionate, and now she is determined to uncover any involvement in her family's murder. Despite Dermazol's assurance that he cannot be linked to the crime, there's a sense that a slip-up may reveal the truth. Sareth is taking risks by delving into the memories to uncover more about Brother Day. The revelation that Dermazol is a robot will likely force Sareth to conceal her discovery and avoid arousing suspicion. One amusing moment in this episode was witnessing Brother Day's lack of finesse in romantic matters while attempting to woo Sareth. Overall, this episode was quite good, albeit shorter than usual due to the absence of Hober, Mallow, or Terminus. The storyline involving Seldon, Gaal, and Salvor is becoming increasingly engaging, with their lives constantly at risk. Even as they land on the planet, there are lurking threats and potential betrayals. In contrast, the Trantor storyline is more political and slower paced, but gradually building intrigue. Brother Day remains an enigmatic character, and his complex behavior adds to the anticipation of how the dynamics among the characters will evolve. As the season reaches its midpoint, there is still ample room for the show to explore, with 5 more episodes to delve into the unfolding narrative.